Hello everyone, Abhihat here and welcome to the tutorial for home screen called Serenity. A big thanks to Toxic Thunder for this amazing looking home screen, and a big thanks to Marco for his amazing tutorial on his My Color Screen channel. So hopefully you all have downloaded the files and the folder that I've listed in the forum and are ready to go for the setup. Let's start off with our wallpaper setup. For the wallpaper setup, we'll be using an app called Multi-Live Wallpaper. What this does is enables us to assign different wallpaper on all these different screens. So let's just go into settings. Now first we'll do the settings so that the Multi-Live Wallpaper app works on the device with no launcher. It might work for you for the first time if it doesn't follow these steps. So let's go into our settings, go to desktop. Once there, go to home screens and make sure you have 3 home screens. It will be one. Make sure you have 3 home screens. Now once done, go again back to the settings by double tapping on your home screen. Once it pops up, go to desktop again, and wallpaper scrolling section. So guys, for wallpaper scrolling section, go to that on. It should be, that mode should be on. Turn it on, and live wallpapers to go for setting up the wallpaper. And that's the app right there, multi-picture live wallpaper. Tap into it, go to settings, and once in there, I have already set up the 3 screens. You all need to just tap the plus there and it will show the screen. Maybe it will show 1 or 0. Just move it up to 3. Okay, now once it shows like this, go to screen 1 settings, there go to picture source, and there single picture. Go into your album app or the app that you use. Once there, once you extracted the folder, you will get a folder called wallpapers, and here your wallpapers will be listed. Now this is the important step to note, guys. We have 3 whole wallpapers for 3 home screens. Now what we need to see here is to get that wallpaper order correct. So we are setting up the screen 1 settings. So in screen 1, which is our leftmost page, we'll select the music one, or you can go with that third one, which is the social one, but I'll go with the music one. So I'll tap on the music, then go to crop resize ratio and select fit to full screen. Make sure that it is selected, and then press back. Now for screen 2, which is our middle screen, what we'll do is go to picture source, single picture, we'll select our car1.png. car1.png will be in our screen 2, so we'll select that. Once done, again in the crop resize ratio, select fit to full screen, then press back. Again in screen 3 settings, picture source, single picture, screen 3.png, select that, go to crop resize ratio, make sure it is fit to full screen, then press back again, and it will show you the preview just like that. And what we do is set the wallpaper. So once you have done this, I think your wallpaper should be set up. So here we are. We have got our wallpaper set up correctly. If you did not get this correctly, make sure to just rewind this a bit and make sure to check those steps again. So here we are, screen 1 our music, screen 2 our home, and screen 3 our social media. After the wallpaper setup, let's go into our Nova settings. Double tap on the home screen. It will come up with your Nova settings. Then go to desktop. In desktop grid, I choose an 8x8 which suits really well with Neo V and with Neo, but if you have a bigger phone, bigger Xperia, I think a bigger grid size will do really good for you. Moving on, width margin, we'll keep it as none, no changes there. Height margin, we'll keep it at none too. Then show shadow should be off. Home screens, 3 home screens. There I have it, 3 home screens. Moving on, scroll effect, you can choose any scroll effect you like. I choose in cube. Wallpaper scrolling should be on for the live wallpaper to work well. Moving on, infinite scroll should be off, label icon should be off, resize all widgets on, widget overlap and overlap and placing should be on. So make sure you got all that settings right. Moving on to the dock, we do not need a dock, so we'll disable it. If there is enable dock, do disable it, and that will be it for this section. Moving on, in look and feel, what this section is about your icon sets and other modifications in the Nova launcher. And if you have an icon set, you can set it up by clicking the icon theme. I don't have any, I have any on my UI, but I'm not going for it. You can set it, it's your preference. I'm not going to specialize in that. Moving on, in gestures and button, you can always keep a gesture with you. It's really helpful sometimes. So I have assigned swipe up for app drawer. You can assign it to your own, but for this home screen I do recommend swipe up for app drawer. So when you tap that swipe up, a menu will appear and you can choose that app drawer from the menu, just like this. So moving on, we'll just go back a bit again in look and feel, and here what you guys need to do is turn off that show notification bar. So if it's on, just turn it off. So that's it for the setup for the Nova settings, guys. Be sure that it's all correct, because this will help you place that home screen a lot better. So make sure you got all that correct. Make sure that your wallpaper is correct and your Nova settings are up to date. Next up, we're setting up our widgets for this home screen. So before we start up with the widgets, make sure that you copied the contents in your minimilistic text folder, that is in your extracted Serenity folder, to your minimilistic text preference folder in your SD card. Make sure you copy it in this folder right here. It says minimilistic text preference. Make sure you have these files in it. These files are provided in your folder, Serenity folder, so make sure you have it in it. So once you have copied the files onto your SD card in the correct location, let's move on. So now just tap on the home screen and go to widgets, and then choose minimalistic text from the menu. I'll go for a 3 by 2 you can go for 3x1 or whichever suits you, because it's resizable. So choose the one you prefer, and once the app loads like this, we'll press the menu button and we'll press import, and then it comes up with the files that I've stored in my preference folder. We'll choose our date and weather for this one, so let's choose for it. Yes, do it, and it loads. Now what we'll do is we'll move that header a bit, move it to the right hand side where it says tab behavior, and we'll tap disable action on tap. What this does is when you tap on the widget, nothing will happen. So that's kind of good feature to have with you. Now if you want to start another activity, when you tap that widget, you're going to start another activity, and then select an activity or a shortcut. When you go in there, you'll get the list of apps, and you can select an app which you want to run with the associated widget. So we'll move to that later, but for now I'll tap disable action and tab, and press the save right there on the right hand side, and there you have it. My widget has been set up pretty nicely here. That unknown part, it's not showing now, guys. It will show you the current weather. I don't know why it's not loading, maybe because of some error in communication with the server or kind of a thing, I don't know, but it will show in a bit. Don't worry about that, it will really show. So moving on, again we'll go into our minimalistic text widget. Once I'll choose a 3x2 again, and this time the widget that we are going to choose is, let's say, Serene battery. Okay, so yes, do it. And this time what we'll do is we'll assign an app for it to open. So I'll go to into that tab behavior, I'll choose and tap on start another activity, and I'll select an activity or shortcut. Now when it loads from the list, you can choose the app you want to run when you tap the widget. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to check on my clock app, and I'll now check clock launcher. So, and once it's done, I'll just press save, and it will load just like that. Nice and easy and simple. I'll just drag it here like this. Again, go into minimalistic text, 3 into 2 again I'll choose from the list, and this time the widget that we are going to import is Serene clock. Let's select Serene clock. Okay, I press yes, do it. Go all the way down here in tab behavior, and I'll disable the action on tab. After the minimalistic text widget setup, we are going to move into our UCCW widget setup. So for that, go to your app drawer first, then go all the way down where it says UCCW, open up that app. Once the app loads, press menu key and go to lock widgets and turn it off. You need to turn it off to be able to edit the UCCW once you set up that widget. So once done, go to your home again, then your widgets menu, and choose that awesome widget called UCCW. I'll be using a 3:1 for this one. It's resizable. You can choose your size. After this, we'll go to use it right here, and then once you're there, I think it will show you like this maybe, and then you need to go where your Serenity zip is located, and then choose Serenity notif.uzip. Once done, this will not come up on your screen. Press yes, importing screen, and then it says touch here, touch. So I'll resize it like this. So we have set up our UCCW. Let's just go into it and edit it. To edit the UCCW skin that we have imported, just tap on the skin and it will open up the app. Here first we're going to edit the topmost where it says GM, that's your Gmail account. So where it says background, tap there, go all the way down to Gmail, and once it loads like this, go to Control 5, which is on your rightmost, press account, choose your account there, and then in the label choose your desired label. Okay, I'm going to go for priority inbox, and once I've done that, what we'll do is go into our Gmail one again, and now we're going to a thing called common controls. So what common control does is allows us to deviate or move our widget left right the way we want it. So let me just slide it up a bit like this so that I'm comfortable with it, and then we'll press the close. Once done, again we'll go into the controls, and now we're going to choose hotspot. Now in hotspots we can see three hotspot. It's 1, 2 and 3. Hotspot 1 is for Gmail. If you have any other app or any other account, or you use any other email, just go into that app and you get your app there and choose that. For our hotspot 2, it says messaging. If you are using a third-party messaging app, make sure to click that hotspot, go into that app, it will come up with your list, make sure you choose it. And the same goes for hotspot 3, which is our dialer. Now for dialer, guys, I'm going to change it to my phone app. So I'll choose my app, in my app menu, I'll go all the way down to where it says phone. So I'll choose phone. Then what will you do is go into press our menu key, go to lock widgets and turn it on. So now our UCCW has been activated completely, right? Because it shows my Gmail, it shows my messaging, it shows my text. So let's go and check it out. So first let's go and check my messages. Tap there, I go right into my messaging app, which is pretty cool. Next, the same way the Gmail and the phone app will work. So this is our UCCW setup, and that completes our setting of our first home screen. Make sure you do it correctly and get the first home screen setup correctly. So after our first home screen setup, let's move on to our second screen, which is our music screen. Here we are going to set up our music. So let's start off with widgets, and then minimalistic text. Minimalistic text. Here I'll choose a 4:1 for this. import, and we're going to import now Serenity sound. Select it, yes, do it, and then save. I'll just disable my tab behavior. I forgot to do it. Okay, now it's cool. What this widget shows is your volume of your designated function, you would say. That means I'm on volume 8 in my music, alerts volume 5, ringer volume 5, and system volume 5. So if I change it, decrease or increase, it will react. Let's move on. We are going to widgets again, and this time we are going to choose power toggles. Then remove these, we don't want this at the moment. Okay. Then add toggle. Go to the multimedia section and select play pause music. Once there, go to background fill and make it transparent like this. We'll delete this. Once done, okay, go to button dividers, make it hidden if you want. Okay, and done. Here it is. Okay, that looks pretty cool. Moving on, let's go to our power toggles again. Add toggle, and this time we're going to choose next track. Background fill, make it transparent like this. If you want, we can choose the button dividers to be hidden like this, and then done. Guys, so make sure you keep an eye on it where the toggle goes. Sometimes it does get a bit lost. So go into power toggles again. This one is the last of the 3 music controls that we're going to add. Add toggle and choose previous track. Background fill, we'll make it transparent. Button dividers, make it hidden. Done. So here we are, guys. Now when I press the play button, the music should play. Here it is playing. And paused. So one thing to note here, for my UI users, the player does work very well. For other users, it might work, it might not, but there's a player called Player Pro on Play Store, and I think that plays really well. Again, thanks to Marco for that. So here it is. We'll go to widget again. This time we'll go back to our minimalistic text widget. For this, I'm going to choose a 3-into-1. Import, and this time we're going to choose YouTube. Let's do it. And here, tap on behavior. I'm going to choose my, let's see where it is. Here it is, YouTube launcher. Okay, let's press save then. There it is, right where we want it. Okay, so let's tap and see. So let's go to our minimalistic text again. Choose import and YouTube again. Now what we are going to do here is we'll edit this YouTube to suit our need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to layout and then to static text and change that YouTube to videos. Okay, and it changes pretty well. And now go to tab behavior, disable action on tab, cool, and press save. So you can add the app too if you want in. Let's go into our last screen of the setup, that is our social media setup. So let's go into our widgets again. Text. I'm going to choose a 3x1 for this also. Import. This time it will be Serene storage right there. Let's do it. Then we'll press, go to tab behavior and disable action on tab and press save. Just drag. That should do it. Now let's move on to setting up our social media network. For that we're going to go to app call and choose 1-to-1 assist, the very first one. Just choose that and it will resize it just. Okay, let's drop it where it says Twitter and let's resize it just a bit like this. Okay, cool. Again, go for it. Now guys, I'm going to just show you how to set up Facebook. The rest two are the same. You might just need a bit of alignment, but I'm sure you guys can do it. So I'm just going to show you how to set up Facebook, and the rest of the two, that is Twitter and G+, follows the same trick. So tap on desktop visualizer. Once the app loads, in icon, tap others and go to none. Next, launch, select launch application. Here's our app list and go to Facebook or G+ or Twitter, whatever you guys are setting up. Select that, clear, touch effect none, and press OK. And here it is, my app has been loaded. That's my Facebook. Here it is. So let's move on to our next part, that is setting up our page jumpers. So what basically a page jumper do is, let's see, no actions, jump to page. Now guys, remember at what page you are. I'm on page 3, so I'm going to set the jumpers for page 1 and page 2. So let's select the jumper for page 1, which is our music page. So I'll place it over this music hold on it, go to edit and tap that one. Choose your gallery, type of gallery or your method. Okay, and now go where a blank png is. I'll provide you one in the link below. Bluetooth, so I'll go for a blank png there, and then press OK. Size doesn't matter. Press the tick. Now when I tap that one, it redirects me or takes me to my music page, which is on page 1. Let's set it up for our second page 2. Jump to page 2, which is a home page. Right here, edit, go where your blank png is, press OK, and then there you go. So that's how the jumpers work. Hope you guys have got it. This completes our third page. Guys, this completes our setup. Hope you like the video. Please set up those jumpers for the remaining home screens. It will really give a new look to your home screen. So guys, this completes the setup of Serenity. Hope you guys like the video. Please, if you have any questions, any queries, comment me here, PM me on XDA, and I'll try and solve out your issues. Change the way your home screen looks.